You've been feeling it, haven't you? A silent pull. Like a memory that won't fade, like a song only your soul remembers. He tried to forget you, truly tried. He distracted himself with noise, with people, with work. But something divine keeps whispering your name within him. The angels say, no matter how far he runs, his heart remains where it first recognized home, in you. He didn't expect this. Didn't expect your presence to carve out such a sacred space inside him. And now he carries you, not just in his thoughts, but in the way he breathes, in the way he wakes up feeling that something's missing. It's not just longing. It's recognition. Of soul. Of bond. Of fate. The reason you entered his path wasn't coincidence. It was sacred alignment. He needed to meet someone who would stir what he buried long ago. And you, unknowingly, were the catalyst for his remembering. You, who didn't demand. You, who simply shined. You cracked open something eternal inside him. And now, the universe won't let him unsee what his soul already knows. He tried to forget. But heaven had other plans. Because what's written in spirit cannot be erased by fear. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a future and a hope. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. He doesn't mean to be distant. He just doesn't know how to be open. The angels show me his heart like a locked room, not because he wants to keep you out, but because no one ever taught him how to let anyone in. He was trained to survive, not to feel. To stay in control, not to surrender. And love, true love, requires surrender. That's why he freezes. Why he disappears, then reappears. Why he sends mixed signals as if he's torn between the comfort of hiding and the ache of needing you. He carries wounds deeper than words can reach. The kind that whisper lies, you're not enough. You'll only get hurt again. Don't trust what feels this good. And so he retreats. Not from you, but from the parts of himself that your presence brings to the surface. Your light is gentle, but it exposes. It makes him feel things he thought he had buried for good. The angels say, you didn't cause his fear, you revealed it. And though he may not understand it now, one day he'll realize, your love was never the danger. It was the invitation. To heal. To grow. To finally feel safe. He just doesn't know yet that you were sent not to hurt him, but to free him. You've held so much, haven't you? His silence. His distance. His confusion. But the angels ask you now, who holds you? Your heart has been a sanctuary for someone still learning how to feel. But you too are sacred. And your light wasn't meant to be dimmed while you wait. This is not about walking away. It's about standing in your center. About remembering that being strong doesn't mean carrying what isn't yours. The angels whisper, let your love be a river, not a rescue. He will awaken. But his timing is not your responsibility. And your essence, that vibrant, radiant, powerful self, must not be put on hold while he searches for himself. This love may be divine. But you are divine too. And your soul needs care, space, gentleness. Don't forget the things that set your spirit on fire. The laughter that nourishes. The music that moves your hips without needing permission. You are allowed to bloom, even if he's still germinating. You are allowed to dance, even if he's still learning the rhythm. And when he finally finds his way to you, may he meet not a woman who waited, but a woman who never stopped living. The angels are not asking you to choose him. They're asking you to choose you. He looks at you and sees something that both mesmerizes and terrifies him. Not because you're intimidating, but because you reflect the parts of him he's kept hidden. The parts that still ache. The ones he thought he had buried so deeply. The angels say, your presence activates what he has avoided within himself. When he sees your tenderness, he remembers how long it's been since he allowed himself to be soft. When he hears your laughter, he realizes how silence has become his shield. And when you love unconditionally, he notices the harshness of the walls he has built. It's not rejection, it's reflection. You mirror what he has yet to confront within. And that's not easy. Sometimes he withdraws, not because he doesn't care, but because he fears what your light reveals. Yet, even in his fear, he continues to orbit your glow. Why? Because something within him knows that what you awaken is not destruction, it's resurrection. You are the mirror his soul has long avoided, but also the mirror his soul now craves. The angels whisper, it was never about you being too much. It was about him not being ready to see himself through your love. It starts slowly, not with declarations, but with silence that feels transformed. Not empty, but filled with questions he's never dared to ask himself. The angels say, he is awakening, even if he doesn't yet have the words for it. He notices how the world appears dull when you're not around. How no one else makes him feel seen without needing to explain. He rereads your messages, wonders why your voice resonates in the quiet, why your absence feels heavier than he had imagined. Something sacred is shifting, like dawn breaking after years of twilight. Not a blazing sun yet, but the first light of remembrance. He starts to question what he thought he knew about love, what he believed kept him safe, and why he pushed away the only thing that ever made him feel truly alive. The angels are working in him now, gently, patiently, unraveling the fears, softening the edges, creating space for a new version of him to emerge. He is still caught between worlds, the familiar and the divine. But your soul, your presence, is the thread pulling him toward the truth. For everything that becomes visible is light. Ephesians 5 verse 13. He comes closer, then vanishes, then returns, like a tide that can't decide whether to stay or retreat. You wonder, is it me? But the angels are clear, it's not about your worth. It's about his war with surrender. This love feels too big for him, too real, too revealing. And so he runs. Not from you, but from the weight of what you awaken. The angels say, cycles are not rejection, they are echoes of unresolved fear. He comes back because he misses your light. He pulls away because he fears what that light asks of him. To change, to open, to feel. There's safety in his pattern. In pretending not to care, in numbing what he doesn't want to face. But even in his escape, he cannot unfeel you. Even in distance, your name still lingers inside him like a prayer half-whispered. The angels want you to know, this push and pull isn't punishment, it's process. He's dancing with his shadows. And sometimes, shadows move in circles before they dissolve. Stay rooted, not in his return, but in your truth. Because your constancy, not your chasing, is what will teach him the rhythm of real love. He doesn't know how to name it yet, but he feels it. In the stillness. In the way his chest softens when you cross his mind. In the way peace lingers longer after you've been near. The angels say, your love is doing what logic never could, it's healing him. This isn't the loud, dramatic kind of healing. It's quiet, sacred, like a balm on old bruises he forgot were there. You didn't need to fix him. You just held space. And in that space, he began to breathe again. He's learning slowly that real love doesn't demand. It doesn't chase. It simply stays present, even in silence. And though he may not say it, his soul recognizes your energy as medicine. The way you see him, beyond the masks. The way you forgive, even what wasn't confessed. The way you stay, not out of necessity, but out of understanding. These are the threads that repair the fabric of a heart that has forgotten how to trust. Your love isn't noise. It isn't chaos. It's a safe haven. And in time, he'll understand, what you offered wasn't merely affection. It was a sanctuary. The angels bless your heart for loving so deeply. Because it's that depth that plants the seeds of renewal. He believes he's been making choices. But the truth is, This connection chose both of you even before your names were spoken on earth. The angels say, this isn't about timing, it's about divine orchestration. You've felt it. That uncanny synchronicity. How his presence arrived like a chapter that was already written. Every delay, every silence, every return, charted with precision by unseen hands. Even when it seemed like nothing was progressing, everything was. He's walking a path he doesn't fully grasp, but it's illuminated by forces greater than his fears. You, dear soul, were placed not to pressure him, but to maintain a vibration of trust, of clarity, of love unshaken by appearances. There are changes unfolding now behind the veil. Soul contracts being recalled. Old karmas dissolving. He is drawing closer, not because you asked, but because heaven is guiding his steps. The angels say, he's awakening to the truth of your bond, and soon his heart will walk where his fear once stood. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6. He trembles at the threshold. Not because he doesn't feel, but because he feels too much. The angels whisper, he's not afraid of you, he's afraid of being seen. Love, for him, has always been a battleground. A place of proving, of defending, of surviving. But with you, there is no conflict. And that terrifies him. You look at him and don't demand. You simply witness. And that gaze, so full of tenderness, undoes everything he's known. He wants to speak, to tell you everything. But his voice stumbles at the edge of truth. Because vulnerability, for him, has always meant danger, loss, abandonment. But the way you create space, without pressure, without demand, is teaching him that vulnerability doesn't have to hurt. The angels show him now, standing at the edge of himself, ready to step through the doorway your love opened. He may hesitate. He may take one step forward, 2 steps back. But the opening is there. The door is unlocked. And love, real love, waits with the light on. Not all love stories are meant to rush. Some arrive quietly, like rain softening dry earth, not to flood, but to awaken. He may never find the perfect words. You may never get the full confession. But the truth is already pulsing between you. The angels say, the soul always knows what the lips won't speak. There's peace in this kind of knowing, a peace that doesn't beg for control. Because what's real doesn't need to be chased. It returns. It remembers. It reveals itself in divine time. You've done enough. Not by effort, but by being. And now, the invitation is this: let go. Not of love, but of how you think it should unfold. He is on his path. You are on yours. And where they meet is holy ground. The angels are wrapping your heart in light now. Not to protect it, but to remind it that it is whole. And that the love meant for you will never require you to lose yourself. It will recognize you, choose you, and stay. He has made everything beautiful in its time. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 11.